Hello everyone, whatever time you happen to be seeing this, my name is Marcel Zay. I am here to help you learn today how to make a beautiful and velvety creamy piña colada recipe. All right, it's gonna be basic ingredients. You only need about 4 or 5 different ingredients. So you're gonna start one with a little bit of ice, as you see right here. Obviously the piña in piña colada is gonna be pineapple, so you're gonna definitely need a pineapple, ripened pineapple. I'm gonna show you a couple of tricks to let you know how to choose out a perfectly ripened pineapple for your recipe. You're gonna need a little bit of coconut as well too, 1, maybe 2, to make sure that you can get enough juice as well as actual meat from the coconut. Now, it wouldn't be a piña colada without this guy right here. Nice little handle of rum. This particular recipe, you can use both light or dark rum, but we're gonna be using a nice darker rum here. The brand by Pirate. It is an incredible brand, about 40% alcohol, made in Guyana, South America. And I think it's gonna really set off our particular recipe and have us feeling pretty nice at the end of the night. So now that we know the actual ingredients, what tools are we gonna use to make this happen? We're gonna need, as you see right here, I got a blender. You're going to need a knife right here to get through the tough skin of the pineapple. You're going to need, small thing here, a hammer as well too, to allow you access into the coconut. You're gonna be cutting things, so you're gonna need a cutting board, either a large or a small one, whatever one you happen to have. Last one, we're gonna have a chinois. This is a particular type of strainer I'm gonna be using for this recipe, mainly because it has incredibly small holes that'll allow me to strain out the pulp from the pineapple while also keeping the pulp from the coconut and adding that extra flavor into the piña colada as well. All right, now that we have our ingredients lined up, we're gonna actually get started making our recipe. So we're gonna create ourselves some space right here and start off by cutting up some of our pineapple. We're gonna need our cutting board, our knife, and obviously our pineapple. A bit of advice that I learned about finding a ripe pineapple without having to squeeze it too much and just gas and wonder is if you grab one of the top leaves right here, just pull it on out, it should be simple. And if you see with that nice white color right there, that easy transition from green to white, you already know you have a perfectly ripened pineapple. We're gonna go ahead and get this cut open. I have a nice little method I like to use. I'm gonna show you right here. So what you're gonna do is stand it on up, grab it right over here, turn your arm upside down a little bit, grab, and twist, just like that. Should be simple, smooth, and you'll have no issues at all. You can toss that over to the side. And that's actually where we're gonna make our incision point as well too. So now that you know you have a clean access point, grab your knife, open that up, split it right in half. You see right there, you got 2 perfectly clean halves. You can put one of those away because we actually don't need that. So we're gonna cut this in half one more time to allow us to get rid of that rind right in the middle. So grab your knife, right over there in the middle. And now you should have this particular shape as you're seeing. That'll give you free access right over there to go ahead and get rid of that rind, just that simple, while saving as much of the pineapple meat as possible. You're gonna get rid of the ends right here as well too. Now that we have rid of ourselves of the rind. And now you have a easy base to get rid of the entire backside of that pineapple right there, which we don't need at all. Doesn't taste good, doesn't add anything to the flavor. You can go ahead and literally just slice it on down. And now you have as much of the actual pineapple itself, no juice dripping, anything like that, as you see. And if you want to add a little bit of extra actual pineapple juice to the recipe, now you can just squeeze it. I'm gonna put a little bit in here. It's gonna mix a little bit later on with our coconut juice, but you wanna give it a nice good squeeze. It's gonna get a little messy, you know, but don't be afraid. It's gonna taste amazing after that. Make sure you have the towels or something around to kind of clean up the extra juice, but you can literally squeeze as much as possible out of here. We don't like to waste things, so like I said, we're gonna need as much pineapple meat, pineapple juice, and now you're good to go. You can move this off to the side. And now that you have that, like I said, it's gonna get a little bit messy at this part. Now that you have that, you can just start cutting up your slices that you're gonna need. What you can do now, actually, is at the end of this, you can either save part of the other half that you have right here to create a garnish for the end, or you can, like I said, go ahead and just cut everything up, put it in the blender, and you have all that additional flavor, additional taste. Our recipe today, we're gonna be making 3 of these, so I have no reason to save any of this pineapple. I'm cutting it up right now. And just like that, you see that? Clean cut, no more rind. plenty of meat left over from the actual pineapple, and then you can just go ahead and slice right on in. Save as much meat as possible. And just like that, you see that? No prickly parts, nothing to make your tongue all itchy, nothing but the good part of the pineapple right here. So again, you can save that. Bring our nice friend right on over here. Hear that? That's pineapple juice. Oh, that's the best part of it right there. You can just hear the goodness. Now, I don't know measurements like that off the top of my head. That's a skill set I don't have yet. But you see all this extra flavoring that you have right there that may have gotten tossed out if you didn't know to just squeeze that little extra rind right there. And move this back on over. Bring this and cut it on up. Like, they don't have to be pretty slices. They don't have to be even. It's all gonna get blended up in a second anyway, so just make sure that they're cut up. Grab our handy trusty blender right here. You can add that up and put your blender back. Second part might get a little bit extra messy, a little bit dangerous, because we're gonna use a knife and a hammer to make sure we can get access to this coconut. In order to get your coconut open, you're gonna need a butter knife. You're gonna need an extra towel such as this right here. You can actually place that right on your cutting board, followed by your coconut, and then you're just gonna kind of scrunch it up a little bit, create a very solid base. You do not want to have any movement right here. You're gonna use a hammer to kind of strike down on either a butter knife or a screwdriver or something semi-sharp that you're gonna use to get access to these holes right here. Those holes right there. You're gonna puncture 2 of those 3 holes. All right, so once again, strong base. 1 here. You don't have to go all the way through. You'll feel the knife or a screwdriver, whatever you're using, actually penetrate the skin of the coconut. Hold it down in your base. See, that's how you know you got a nice solid hit. Right. All right, so we got it cracked open nice and easy. We're gonna take that, just like that. You see that? Now you're gonna wanna do a better pour than I did so you don't lose any of your actual milk or water, or however you wanna call it. Okay, now that we have our pineapple and coconut juice mixed together, and we're gonna take our coconut and pineapple juice and go ahead and pour that right on into the mixture. You're gonna wanna pour all of your liquid ingredients first, so that way you have a nice liquid base. Next up, we're gonna grab our measuring cup. Just love that sound. Now we're gonna go ahead and get her started. Ready for some magic? Okay, we got it blended up. Colada, if you remember, means strain. So the last part of our recipe, we're gonna take our strainer, our pitcher, and ice, and get rid of any excess pulp or unwanted things in our recipe. You need to get rid of your top as well too, that might help. So you grab your strainer and let it do what strainers do. So I'm not gonna bore you with watching this entire thing strain right here. So we're gonna set this off to the side for just a moment to continue doing its thing. And I don't know about you, but it's time for me to pour up some of my special Piña Colada right here. Oh, look at that color. Beautiful. Now you're gonna wanna add a garnish as well too, but I'm ready to go ahead and get a nice taste in and see what it's looking like, so. Good, this is exactly how it should be looking, should be tasting. You're gonna wanna make it pretty by adding a garnish. Find you some friends, pour up, and fine tune the recipe in a way that makes sense for you and your group of friends. Armand, come on, brother. Try some of that, let me know what you think.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
Oh, that's so refreshing. That's dangerous. That's so good that
Yeah.
I don't know, I could drink 2, 3 of those.
Man, we got plenty, still draining them up.
You know, I just went to Puerto Rico and apparently that's where the first Piña Colada was ever made.
The Piña Colada is the official drink of Puerto Rico since 1978. They have 2 different versions. This is just one that I like to go ahead and try every once in a while.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you right there. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. My name is Marcel. This right here is my good friend Armand. This is my Piña Colada recipe, and I look forward to you trying it. I have another recipe coming for you soon.